Hi. I recently made a few of my first videos about reviewing books I recently read, which I also really liked. And after that, I went to watch more videos of other people reviews these books, and also many other books. And I found like few videos in a row of some things I really do not like about some book reviews. I would name like five scenes of book reviews. So that's what I want to tell you today. Please leave a comment if someone is watching this. Do you agree? Do you like such things? And maybe other things you do not like seen in the book reviews. So, just for visuals, as I do not have and do not know how to edit. First one is how people describe books slash spoilers. So, uh, what I'm talking about regarding spoilers is like no spoiler review or something like that. And even if there are no spoilers, people usually describe a book to explain what it's about and then explain why they liked or didn't like it. And for most books, it's like not a problem at all, unless you're saying like who died in the end or something like that. It does not ruin enjoyment of reading it, even if you know like these people met. Like okay, in the book it's much more important how they met, what were emotions, what they thought, and so on. It's actually a reason I read a lot of books after such description, because I know that it's actually good. It's not just that weird annotation in the back, which sometimes really read. So back to the point. However, sometimes there are especially certain books that do not benefit from a person knowing what they're about, especially in such details. A great example is Piranesi, like the last book I read, because like this mystery feeling is one of the greatest things about this book, at least first time reading it, and a lot of people kinda spoiled like some things. Luckily, I already read the book by that point, but saying about some characters that we meet, like not in the very beginning, but a bit later, or talking about some mysteries that we actually also learn, like not even in the first part of the book, and so on. Like it's not that type of book that you have to tell what it's about. Great ways to say it is like there is this mystery element, there is, I don't know, Greek element, there is a discussion of trauma. Actually, like Jack Edwards, I love his YouTube channel. He's like a master of describing books without spoilers. So watch him if you need to learn how. But yes, that's something I do not like in book reviews. And another thing is when people describe the book wrong. For example, I just watched a video where person was describing the plot, and she like saying it's book about this person, and then and understands that she's describing like last third of the book, like whole first part is and actually the main theme of the book, not even that mystery. By the way, why do you talking even about mystery? Like it's you never tell people about mystery. So yeah, spoilery and wrong description of the books. Yeah. So second one is if you know there are certain books, movies, and so on where we are not certain about certain things. Great English, by the way. So, for example, Ghibli movies. People love having theories what it actually means. Are people dreaming, or it's happening, or and so on, or any other actually type of books. Even like Harry Potter, there are not even just Harry Potter, but a lot of books with some magic have theories that a person actually like delusional or it's psychotic and they imagine everything or they dream everything. and they find like small details that can hint this and so on. So yeah, and I love actually such theories. They can give a book another meaning, or it's fun to discuss them and look for small details that can prove or disprove such theories. It's actually also a great idea for fan fiction. However, I absolutely despise where people talk about one such theory as its fact. Like, author meant this depicts. People have like beautiful video essays that just ruined for me for this little fact. Because like, why? It's your theory. It's maybe great. If a person says I absolutely believe in this theory, like great, but tells that it's a theory, because you're actually doing what a lot of literature teachers did, which also ruins reading for many people. The author meant that. Have we read in his diaries that what he meant? No, we do not know. It's still great to speculate about such things and discuss them, but do not state them as facts. Please. I did not know that it's actually an issue. However, I just watched today a video that actually why I decided film this video, as the girl was discussing TikTok really popular books, and she was like outraged that she didn't like all of them, like you're all lying to me. Then she went to My Year of Rest and Relaxation. If you do not know, it's a book about this really rich, not really nice woman who has depression and decides 1 year to do like absolutely nothing, just live. And I really like how Jack Edwards described the themes of this book. Like there is grief, there is depression, there is, I think there was like theme of privilege and so on. Like at the same time, I do not argue that it's the best book ever. Like maybe there are better books written about depression. Maybe writing is about the rich white woman is not revolutionary and so on. So I do not say it's the best book ever. However, the girl describing it started like not even saying what she didn't like about the book, but attacking all people who read it. She described as a white woman who want to see themselves reflected in the book in their worst. Like what? That's not even the topic of the book. Or that we are also do not care about mom of our friends. Like no, just basically, if you're reviewing book in a way that attacks people that reading it or enjoying it, it's horrible. It's also it's actually maybe extreme example because I haven't seen other people do that. However, people often say like it's book for teenagers or it's reading moms without a job or something like that. No, if that's only way you can describe book. First of all, just do not describe it. Secondly, do not know if that's all you can say about the book. You did not understood the book. You did not have something to say about the book. That's all. Do not attack people who like the book. Unless it's something like, I don't know, Mein Kampf or we are racist, everyone should be racist. But even maybe in such cases, people who read it actually want to discuss how problematic the book is. But like maybe in such cases, you can say something bad about people loving it. But in most cases, especially if it's like about mental health issues, yes, person there was a rich white woman and not really like maybe horrible person. It still does not. Basically, I have no words. 4. So when people describe book as overhyped, actually it's maybe not as big pet peeve as maybe the previous item. But the thing is, if book is hyped, it means that a lot of people talked about how they enjoyed this book. That's really great. And if saying overhyped you means that they are all wrong, that it's actually absolutely like bad book, uh, it's actually kind of wrong. People, maybe it's not the best writing or the most unique thing, but people still can enjoy it. Do not disvalidate, language and words, whatever. Uh, their opinion. Like people, for example, love hypothesis. There are more and more videos about how people read it because it's so popular on TikTok, where they do not enjoy it at all. There is like they find problems in there. It's boring and so on. However, I do not argue. Maybe it's not the best writing. Maybe characters are empty and flat. Where disvalidated like opinions on many other people, and it's also like iffy at least. So it's at the same time, like if you mean that why it's really popular book hyped, it has like really bad writing, like maybe overhyped is not the best word for that. People enjoy trashy books. I think the only time when overhyped is actually correct word is when for some reason this book blew up on, say, TikTok, when in reality very little people really enjoyed it. So I do not mad about it, but sometimes I like, maybe it's not the best word to use. And the last scene of book reviews, not the one I necessarily mad about, but at the time, if you're doing such book review, maybe it's the worst kind of book review, and it's saying, I didn't like this book, and that's all, without explanation. Like, the book was horrible. I do not believe, like, you recommended it to me, and that's all. And because I'm the kind of person that likes to have some verification that book is good before buying it, because books are expensive and I do not like to be disappointed. So I actually like watching reviews, and my brain remembers which books are often recommended, which are not. If you say something like that, it's like useless review, at least for me, because maybe you didn't like because it's sad. And there are many people who love such books. For example, like whole TikTok is people crying like they absolutely like destroy and saying, no, the best book I ever read, and like people died, people like were really toxic in that book. You literally are crying on the camera and still you're rating it 5 stars. Like maybe you're just a different type of person. Maybe some issues are really triggering for you, and it's not an issue for me, and I would still enjoy because the writing's really nice. And basically, if you're doing review, please give at least like few words why you didn't enjoy it. Even if you cannot actually place like why exactly you didn't enjoy it, say that I don't know, it seems like plot is good, writing is good, but for some reason I couldn't really enjoy it. And said like, interesting, maybe I need to read to figure out, or maybe I have enough other books to read, so I do not need to read this one weird one. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.